Next on our program is a communication from the headmaster, Mr. Crow Richard, who in his capacity will request the director, will invite the director to say a word of encouragement to us. Mr. Crow, you're welcome.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Mr. Hero Richard.
Good morning once again.
Good morning, Mr. Hero Richard.
I want you to do that, because you have sat for fairly a long time, and I've seen how uncomfortable some of you are. Sit down. I have a reason why I've decided to walk while talking to you, because some of you at the back, you have not been alert, you have not been attentive, and I'm sure you have missed some of the very important points that our guest speakers have told us. And I want to suggest from now, unnecessary movement to go to the loo, hold it, tell it, hold on. I have a very important business to finish here. Because when you go out, I also went out, but when I had the applause, the clapping, when doctor was talking, I felt I've missed something. So I want you to be reasonable to yourself. I want you to accept that you have a duty to perform. And your duty simply is to succeed in these exams. Our board members, our director, our guest speakers, the religious leaders, I want to warmly welcome you to this meeting this morning, a very important meeting for the future of our boys and girls. Mr. Chinji and Dr. Bregea, I want to salute you for accepting to come here, in spite of your busy schedules, to talk to these young boys and girls. Sometimes a word from an outsider can bring better results than some of us who have been with them for some time, for a long time. Of course, some of them, we have been with them for 8 years. Those who started from pre-primary, others from 7 years, when they started from P1, and others for maybe 4 years, because they joined halfway, or rather in the middle of the system. But I want to emphasize the fact that we have prepared them. And the words of wisdom that you have given by the religious leaders, by you, the guest speakers, and I'm sure there are more words of wisdom from our director and from whoever will be given an opportunity to talk to you. Take it seriously. Thank you for coming. Thank you for honoring our invitation. You saved us from writing to you officially, although I wrote a few letters to our Imam, to our Reverend Father Semogerere, but others just confirmed by telephone. Thank you so much for that commitment. I didn't take it lightly, because somebody would say, but you have not invited me. I called them. They said, we're coming. Thank you so much. Can we give them a hand clap? And let's also give our board members who made this arrangement possible, because they had to finance it. When you see the gadgets here, they don't belong to us, they belong to outsiders. Thank you so much. Can we give them a hand clap? I want to congratulate all of you candidates for coming to this point, to this level of completing your primary level of education. Remember, and I want to emphasize, you are the 22nd batch of graduates from Kabojja Junior School. And I'm proud to say that even out of the 22, I've always stood to talk to you. have talked to them. From 1999 up to today, I'm talking to you people. And my prayer is only that God gives me more strength to talk until I make the 30th batch of candidates, and even more. My principle, personal principle, which I want to share with you. I have had a long passion for Kabojja Junior School. And I'm always proud to be associated with Kabojja Junior School. And I would always want success out of everybody that is at Kabojja Junior School. So when I stand up to talk to you, I have a meaning, I have a purpose, I have a reason. One of them, which is obvious, I speak better when I'm standing. And when I'm a teacher, as I am already, those are the principles, those are the virtues that I cherish so much in my life. And I want to associate with more reasonable, more disciplined, more organized, more committed boys and girls. And that's where our pride lies. When one girl, an OG of this school, came here before she went to the university, I remember I told you about this. She said all the principles, all the advice that you gave us, I took them seriously. So when I went to King's College, Budo, I was always top in all the subjects that I was doing. Most especially at A level, she was leading in physics, she was leading in chemistry, she was leading in mathematics. You can do it. Imam said, push on. Are you ready to push on? That's a weak one. Are you ready to push on?
Yes.
Because I didn't need to repeat to emphasize that are you ready to push on. It is you whom I was talking to, and it is you I'm talking to right now. I don't need to say, because I am talking to people whom I believe understand, whom I believe are reasonable, whom I believe the future is in your hands. I have often told you this on behalf of the teachers, the future is in your hands. The parents have done their part. They have cut their hours of rest to drop you at school, because when we said at 7 everybody has to be here, they strive to be here at 7. And the only reward I have often told you at this point in time and at your age is to give your parents the best results. Aggregate 4, aggregate 5. That is you can't buy them a suit, you can't buy them a gomas, you can't buy them a kanzu at this point in time. So pave your way to success, because success is your birthright. And that's what the Bible says. And when there is success, and when you treat it as your birthright, then you can reasonably get your efforts harnessed to bring the best out of you. The best is in waiting out of each one of you sitting here. And when we have this kind of arrangement, we are well-wishers. We wish you well in your exams. Why wouldn't you clap for that? We wish you well. Even your parents who are listening to us, wherever they are wishing you well. I know some of them may be stressed, some of them may be surrounded by a little bit of doubt, but give them the confidence. Tell them, I will make it. Tell yourself, I will make it. Say it, I will make it. You will make it as many others who have passed through the school have made it. The only thing, I don't want to say it just for the sake of it, but for purposes of emphasis, get disciplined. Get what? Discipline. Get what? Discipline. Wherever you go, don't go and embarrass us in those schools where you are going. Be it a private school, don't embarrass Kabojja Junior School. We have already marketed Kabojja Junior School. I told you at one time, there is a school which said if they had a way, if they had room, they would be taking boys and girls of Kabojja Junior School only. But it's a national. But my friends, I want to tell you this, that Kabojja Junior School has made it its name. One of the speakers said, in fact, Mr. Chinji said it's one of the best schools, and it's the best school. Believe you me or not, it's the best school. You can't believe one of our OBs represented Uganda in a debate at the East African Community in Arusha. He went there and made it. He spoke so eloquently that the panelists gave him $3,000. But you can do it. The person I'm referring to went through this school, ate beans and posho in this school, ate bread and beans in this school, drank tea in those plastic cups, and he is where he is on a scholarship as I speak to you now, and I'm sure you can make it if you adopted the principle of commitment, the principle of observing discipline and self-respect. Respect yourself before others respect you. And when we are here, as I said, we are saying, thank you so much, and we wish you well. Please push on, as our Imam said. Say, I am pushing on.
I am pushing on.
Again.
I am pushing on.
And I'm standing here to emphasize the fact that you have to push on and be somebody worth the respect, worth the commitment, worth being called a product of Kabojja Junior School. There is nothing else. We are not there for football, although we can do it. We are not there for debates, although we have the ability to do it. We are here for excellent academic output. Am I talking to everybody seated here?
Yes.
Are you listening?
Yes.
Kabojja has produced medical doctors. Kabojja has produced pilots already. There is one flying Emirates airline. He was here. He was here. The only thing, he was not the best, but hard work paved the way to his success. We have bank managers already. We have tax assessors already. And when they said the future presidents are here, some of you were wondering, it is possible if you are focused and committed to the cause for which God put you in this world. What is the value that you attach to your life? What's the value that you have attached to the investment your parents have put on you to put you in an expensive school like this one? There are many wishing to be in this school, if I can tell you. They want to be here, but they cannot. I'm also aware there are parents who love this school, who cherish what is going on in this school, although they are struggling to pay the fees. So why don't we give them a credit? Why don't we say thank you to our parents? I have already said thank you to them. I have met them. I met them last week, I think, on Zoom in a meeting online. They have confidence in the Kabojja Junior School. Although some of them, of course, in the community, they're always dissenting voices. They're those who are saying, you're stressing our children. You're stressing our children. Our children don't have enough sleep. Tell them I am pushing on. I know tonight they will tell you, they said, Okiror said ABCD, push on. It is for you. They are not the ones coming to write those exams. You are the ones. Since they have invested in you in so many resources, for example, fueling their cars, time to bring you here. That investment must be paid off. And must be paid off with a lot of hard currency. And the hard currency at your level is aggregate 4, aggregate 5. And we are going to have a further discussion this afternoon. I believe we shall have it in this room. I want to request the sound men if they can lend us this system so that when we are having a discussion, a meeting with these people, our own internal setting, our internal arrangement. Reach each one of you so that we can be able to be heard by each one of you. I said success is your birthright. And when it is your birthright, you only need a few things that I call the recipes for success. One of them is commitment. One of them is dedication. Another one is being focused. Another one is being reasonable. Lead a reasonable life in spite of the age where you are now. Be reasonable and have good friends. When Reverend Gelenga, in fact, I had to tell my colleagues, there is nobody else coming apart from Reverend Gelenga. He has got a lot of inspirational background information. You've heard him. Did you hear him?
Yes.
I nearly found myself in that group. I looked after cows. I looked after goats. I only stopped it when I passed to go to senior one. I told my father, I am now a secondary school student. There is no need for me to go to the bushes now. Respect me now. He said, my late father then said, you're joking. You have to go and look after cows. I did it. I respected him. And whenever I always remember him, for everything I'm doing, I say, God, may his soul rest in peace. I know he was brutally killed. He was shot through his head. Yes. He was even found in his bedroom. That's when they shot him through his head. And I spent 1 month without knowing that he had been killed. But that's not the point. The point is, in spite of his absence, what are the successes that you have made? I know some of you could be half orphans, could be total orphans. This is where you have to press gear 5 and succeed in life. This is when you should get committed. I was talking to one of the OBs who came here and said, now. I said, there is no now. Do it and pave the way. Make your own destiny. And be proud of your successes and achievements. If you have been getting a credit 5 in maths between now and Monday, do something about it. We are not giving you any work that is going to distract those days. Have personal revision. I told you one time when we met, have a timetable. A revision timetable that has to be respected by your mom, by your dad. And I told them when we met that timetable has to be made with their input in it. They should not tell you, go and peel the matoke. Yes, at a certain time to relax, peel the matoke, cook it. But that's a means of relaxation. But not dominantly, you have to peel the matoke during these days. I know some of you have been pleading with me, I don't want to cut my hair because I'm going to be a maid during my auntie's wedding. That wedding will not take you anywhere. It is only going to stress you there, make you tired. And the time you will be there, you are losing the time for your revision. Tell them, get somebody else because I'm a candidate. I know your response shows that you don't value your being a candidate. Time, I mean, by the time we have a ceremony like this one, your days of being a primary school pupil are gone. You have to stamp your feet to another level of your education. And since our education system looks to be more, not even looks, it is more academic than practical, take the advantage and produce the results that can make you walk to any secondary school you choose to go. If you have chosen to go to Namagunga, go there. But what have you done to make you go there? If you get 10 aggregates and your first choice in Namagunga, even the gate will refuse to open for you at St. Mary's College in Namagunga. Unless there is a means, you will go there. But if you literally went there with, I know I will give you the recommendations bearing my signature, my stamp, Kabojja Junior School. The gate will refuse to open for you. I must be honest with you. The best is for the best. I know your parents, and include even you, because of your emotional indisposition. You say, no, I must go to Gayaza. I must go to St. Mary's College, Kisubi. Because there may be a history haunting you in the family. Could have been mommy, could have been daddy who was in that school, being an OG. But daddy could have become a dormant OB, a dormant OG in that school. He has never attended a sports day in that school where he could have said, I am going to be the corner judge. And I have often told them that do it for recognition so that when you go there, what happens? But the headmistress or the headmaster will say, I remember you were a corner judge during our sports days. Then you said, yes, sir. And that's why I've come here, because I'm an OG, an OB of this school. I'm not telling you anything else but success, because success is your birthright. And I also want to tell you lastly, there is no storm that God will not carry you through. There is no bridge that God will not allow you to cross. There is no situation which may arise in your life where God will forsake you. The only thing you need to do, remember him. Mr. Chingi said prayer. Even on that day, as they say start, don't rush to write your index number or your personal number, your name on that paper. What have you said? Talk to God. Have a minute of, don't panic. God will give you the comfort. God will give you the joy and happiness. God will open your eyes to the word, to the answers that you require. Speak to him. Pray to him. Dedicate your time, 1 minute or so, to the glory of his name. Everybody say amen. Amen. And there will always be success at the doorstep, and we shall celebrate. I want once again to thank our guest speakers, our religious leaders, our board members, and of course, without forgetting the men, the gallant men and women of Kabojja Junior School, my teachers. Thank you for the job well done. I know you have had to cut your sleep and be here at 7. I know Atwine comes, I think, at 6 is here. Sometimes I ask myself, is Mr. Atwine being chased away from his house to be here as early as that? So is Miss Okedi, so is Mr. Okiria. I've always asked them, what time do you arrive here? One time he told me, I am always here at 5:45. On his motorcycle for the good of his science and for the benefit of you, the boys and girls. Once again, thank them. There is nowhere else you can. I know you could have brought a piece of cake for one of your teachers. It's just not enough. But the only thing you can do, give them a rousing hand clap. With the very many words that I've said, I want to wind up with talking to the parents, wherever they are. They are watching me on Zoom. You are the center of the success of these boys and these girls. Be a responsible father, a responsible mother, and deliver us here on Tuesday by 7 o'clock. I know some of them do not have transparent pencil pouches which are required. We need them. We need them. Give them. Pay attention to whatever demands that they have said. Give them an enabling environment in the next few days before Tuesday. Because there is, I would wish they could be picked from here all at once at 4 o'clock. Because we have a business to complete. We have a business to complete. And that business is very important for us. Therefore, be here at 4. And they are carrying everything. And I'm telling you, everything, be it a sheet of paper bearing your name, take it home. Don't leave your books, your property here, take it home. Since they are picking you from school, there is no luggage that will be too heavy for you. You'll organize. We shall give you the time to organize yourself, organize your materials, and take them home. Because when you leave them here, you've said, you have no memory. I can tell you that on the day when my late father was killed, that's when all my property, school books from P1, up to that time when I was teaching, I had started teaching, were destroyed. I kept them because I wanted them to be evidence to my children that this is what I was doing. These are my reports. So if you are joking, look at this. I was not an academic dwarf. I was a giant. Only that they were destroyed before some of them saw, but the first two saw them. Although even then at the time they saw them, they were very young. I don't think they conceptualized what I intended to do with those materials. So take them home. That's the only way you can write your history. That's the only way you can refer to them. For example, I know your parents could have told you, I was a very good boy, I was a very good girl, I was always number 1 in the class. But there is no record of that goodness, since the reports were not there. Lastly, trust in God. Believe in yourself and you'll make it. The teachers have done their part. To make you, to prepare you for these exams. We share a credit with them. I know Mr. Lubega has always been there patrolling the place for a reason. His efforts must not go in vain. That is very important. At this point in time, I would like to invite our director also to give us his most motivational words. Thank you so much.